What's up, party people? Android Stud here, and I have the Pixel 4a. That's right, 2 weeks notice. I've had this just about 2 weeks, and I wanted to talk about this device. Is this the perfect phone at the perfect price? Well, let's get into it. First of all, this phone has been really good. It actually has been much better than I initially thought when I thought of the 4a when it was coming out. When they were announcing, they were leaking it, they were delaying it, and all that good stuff, all the hype and all the rumors about this device, I started to think, is it gonna be good? This phone has been great. And let's go over a few things. Now, as far as the price is concerned, you're looking at $349, okay? I don't know if you're gonna find a phone this good for this amount of money. And let's talk about it, okay? There's something, let's get into some things that maybe it doesn't have, okay? Let's get that out of the way. It has no wireless charging, okay? It's got no IP rating, okay? It's got no wide angle camera, no telephoto lens and all that good stuff. It's got a single lens on the back, okay? It's got a front facing camera with just one lens. I love this wallpaper, by the way. Little buddy's playing basketball and look how the net is around the camera display hole there, or notch, or whatever you want to call it. You know, this phone only comes in one color, okay? 128 gigabyte storage, only one storage, 6 gigabytes of RAM. Now the back is, you know, a lot of people say, oh, it gets greasy, you know, if you're eating hamburgers or maybe some poultry, you know what I mean? But I feel like this phone doesn't feel too cheap. Now, a lot of times when I feel this phone could be too small, then a lot of times I think it's the perfect size. I love how it's an all display build. Now this reminds me of the Nexus 5, how it has that soft plastic. I don't know if it lives up to the hype of being very durable. I thought the Pixel 3a or the 3a XL was a much durable phone. But as far as the build, Gorilla Glass 3 on the front, okay? Now, sure, the iPhone SE 2020 has IP rating, has wireless charge, and this one does not have any of that, okay? But it's a bigger display than the iPhone SE 2020, so it gets killed there. There's no 5G on this phone, which could be controversial, or I don't even know if that's a factor, because 5G is a baby right now. It's a 2-year-old walking around trying to find a tower, if you know what I mean. But for 350 bucks, man, you get a lot of phone for the price. You get great battery all day, no problem. I get great battery. It's like a 3140 milliamp battery. You get 18 watt fast charging on this, no problem as far as I'm concerned. You get a great display, 1080p. It's a little dim in the sunlight. I will say it's not like a Samsung panel or OnePlus 8 Pro panel where it's beautiful. You only get the 60 hertz, you don't get the 90 hertz, but hey, it's still, it moves, man. And I use some flagship phones like a OnePlus 8 Pro, Note devices, S devices, you name it. I've used flagships before. Now, yeah, those with the 90 hertz, the 120, they move a little quicker, but this is great. Now, and you get the great software. You get Android 10 out the box. You're gonna get the latest updates. Now, this phone will get Android 11 almost immediately, and Google will support this phone even longer because it kind of got launched a little later than it was supposed to. So maybe it will get Android 14 like in 2023, maybe sooner than that. So it may have 4 major updates. I know Samsung's parading themselves out. They're going to give 3 years of updates. Some other companies have talked about how they're going to give 3 years of updates, but I think Google is going to come to the forefront and give 4 major updates. Not sure when they're going to announce it, but hopefully soon. Now, let's talk about the camera. The camera is phenomenal, and it has one lens, okay? Great camera, one on the back, one on the front, excellent pics for stills. Video is really good. I've been surprised with the video. You got a 12 megapixel rear, 8 megapixel front. You know, video you could do 1080p, 60 on the back, 4K 30 on the back. You can't do 4K 60, which, you know, hey, it is what it is. But on the front, you only get 1080p. You only get 1080p 30 on the front. I did a video on that, and I thought the video quality was pretty good, including the audio on it. Now, this phone uses the same sensor and optics as the Pixel 4, I believe, which were the same basically as the Pixel 3. Look, the iPhone SE is not touching this when it comes to still photos. I'm sorry. The quality of the photos on this are just phenomenal. I'll go through some of the ones that I took. There's me chilling, doing some kayaking. These pictures, when I went out on the ocean the other day, were just spectacular. I mean, they look great. There's a picture of like a sailboat. It is just beautiful. Now, look, how do I say this? When you have this phone, you're gonna take consistent and reliable pictures, and it may be more reliable than the Note 20 Ultra 5G. That's $1,300 and has a triple camera threat on the back. This has a single, and it's probably a more consistent and reliable camera that you will have in your pocket. I know that's controversial for me to say, because that's a $1,300 phone, this is a $350 phone. But if you want consistency and you want consistent quality, this camera cannot be beat. And for $349, you can't beat it. Now, should they put a wide angle on here? Maybe, but now we're nitpicking. Okay, now we're starting to nitpick because it's already a phenomenal camera. It does pretty good video. A single rear sensor, even on a phone costing $350, it does feel kind of awkward in 2020 because so many phones have a wide angle lens and all that good stuff. But this phone, I don't miss the wide angle as much as I thought I would. I don't miss a lot of things. Now, this has great speakers on the front, stereo speakers on here. So do they get extremely loud? I think they're pretty good. I think they're enough to keep you going, so that you won't have to worry about anything. And also, look, you get the headphone jack right there. That's right. Let's zoom in. That's right. Right there. You get the headphone jack right there. And that's great, man. Think about it. Yeah, you don't get wireless charging. You don't get IP rating. You don't get a couple other things. Yeah, you don't get the wide angle lens, you know, all that stuff. But look, this is a single SIM. You could do eSIM on here. The fingerprint display reader is pretty fast. Now, you don't get face unlock, but you do get the fingerprint display reader on the back. Some have said it should have been a little deeper, but you know what? I've had no issue with it. I don't see why. You get Titan M chip on this, so if you need to use it to protect your data, you can, signing onto computers, laptops, or whatever it is. Now, look, the Pixel 3a and the Pixel 3a AXL were probably slam dunks. This bad boy right here is probably a half-court shot, a grand slam, and a touchdown, all put into one for $350, guys and girls. You cannot find a better phone. In my mind, I don't think there's anything that can touch this. Even at $500, I'm having a hard time finding something, you know, the LG Velvet maybe, but you're looking at $599, you get the dual screen, then you're up to $700. I don't know, the Motorola Edge, it was on sale for $499, but you know, could go back up to $699, that's $700. The camera's not gonna come anywhere near. The OnePlus Nord, yes, the OS is gonna be smooth, consistent, and lovely, but you're not coming close with that camera with this phone. I would highly recommend this phone for anybody that is looking for a phone. $350. It is just outstanding, guys. And I've had no issues as far as the 730G on here. It has been absolutely spectacular. No issues when it comes to using this phone at all. So I don't know, guys. You got to tell me what you guys think. But after 2 weeks of using this phone, it does everything perfect. The software is super smooth. You know, it's got the Android 10. It's gonna get 11 probably right when it drops. So you're always gonna be in the game with this. You need a picture, you could take it. You need a small compact phone to take with you everywhere, you're gonna be able to do that. You need consistent software, you're gonna be able to do that. You need a good screen, you got it in this. You need a headphone jack, you're on the move. You need fast charging, you're good to go. Yeah, no wireless charging, I get it. No IP rating, I get it. No dual camera on the front or back, I get it. But other than that, this Snapdragon 730G is doing its job. Yeah, you get no 5G, but you get LTE on most carriers, and it's gonna probably be just as fast as the supposed 5G that they're giving us from everywhere. I think this one is a home run. Anyway, that's gonna do it. I'm Android Stud. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions about the Pixel 4a, let me know. I will answer them down below. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. You know what to do. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Android Stud. That's gonna do it, man. That is the Pixel 4a. 2 weeks later, I'm loving it. It's a great device. The size, yeah, but you know what? At times, I really do like it. And I think it could even take a pounding if you drop it because it's not glass. You have that plastic. That's gonna do it. I'm Android Stud. Peace.